chaplains are a resource for just a listening ear, encouragement, and it was a breath of fresh air. I mean, you turn on the news anytime, you're going to see law enforcement engaged in some of the most horrific parts of society. We saw the worst day in and day out. You almost become numb to it, but you're still a human being and you're going to process it. And some officers process it in negative ways, and some in some healthy ways. And healthy ways are talking about it. And for a chaplain to say, hey, this is my phone number, you can call me anytime you want, that means a lot. Especially, I know a lot of officers have trust issues, or got that, I'm fine, I can do it myself. But as you go along, we're all human, and sometimes you might share a secret with a fellow coworker, and then if you find out 6 months later that it was shared with this person, and it can be shameful, or if you're talking about personal issues, and some officers develop some trust issues, so you kind of keep it all inside. But when you talk to someone like a chaplain, that information is totally confidential, and you can truly trust them because they have no agenda. They don't care about the policy. They're not dealing with the policies, or they don't care about the 12-hour shift versus the 8-hour shift. They're just there for you. And to open up to them, I remember our chaplain Kemple did a ride along with me. He did several of them, and he would go with random officers, and he did it with me, and he shared about his life, and I shared about struggles going on in my own life. And just to know someone was there for you anytime, especially, in law enforcement, you're going to get hurt. You're wrestling around, especially the older you get, the more prone to injuries you are. And I'm no exception, and many others in my boat also were injured. And sometimes you have to get surgery. And I remember one in particular, it was the morning, and I was going in for surgery. And I got a call. My wife had already left because she had to go to work, and I was there prepping me. And I got a call, and it was from Mike Kemple, our chaplain. And he just said, hey, do you mind if I pray for you? And I was anxious about, the upcoming complications. Is this going to help? All the normal things that we're going through. And he asked if he could pray for me. And I said, absolutely. And just knowing that someone cares for you, that they're praying on your behalf, it meant the world for me, and it stuck with me. And it's a side note, it's put such a deep impression on my life that I also thought, what if I could become a chaplain? And it inspired me to maybe help others like he helped me. And there's various chaplains throughout the state of Michigan, and some are doing this on their personal time. And just like law enforcement, at least in law enforcement, we got paid, and most of us got paid pretty good money. But being an on-call chaplain, it's mostly a thankless job. You're doing it for the passion to truly help those first responders that don't really have a shoulder to cry on sometimes. And knowing that he was always there, and being in briefings or chaplains coming to critical incidents where there was a really tragic, horrific event that officers were involved with, we would have debriefings, and the chaplains would be part of those. They have a phone number, and they can contact their chaplain anytime. And it's not even that. If they wanted to talk to him just like a counselor, and he's human too, he's going through life just like we all are. But it is so important, and it's not recognized throughout all agencies. This was a thing that we took on in Kalamazoo County through my police department 10 years ago, but I know many other departments in the area that don't know anything about chaplains. And to raise awareness by what we're doing right now, to funding, to inspire new chaplains, to inform officers and agencies or command officers to go, you know what, that's a good idea, we should look into that. But there might not be enough chaplains out there. And to incentivize it, where their time, their drive, our time is our most valuable commodity. So it's very important what they do for this job as police officers. And I can't thank my chaplain enough. And even though I've left the profession for over a year now, he still calls me and checks on me and just, hey, how you doing? And I run into him randomly at different events, and to see that big smile on his face and give him a good hug and just talk about life, it's really a breath of fresh air. This is Officer Justin. I really encourage you to give to missional chaplains this Giving Tuesday.